Hello, this is lesson 3 in a series of 10 lessons where we are exploring the volume of different shapes. And in this lesson 3, we are going to learn about the volume of a cylinder. And as we said in the previous lessons, volume is the space occupied by the given shape. And in our case, the shape is a cylinder. So the volume is the space occupied by this cylinder. And to get the volume of a cylinder, we need to first find the base area, then we multiply by the height so that we can get the volume. And as you can see, a cylinder has some base, which is a circle. So we need to find the area of the circle, then we multiply by the height, and then from there, we get the volume of the cylinder. So, since we know area A of a circle is given by pi r squared, then to get the volume of the cylinder, then it will be pi, we write it well, pi r squared multiplied by the height of the cylinder. So from there, we can try an example since now we understand the logic. So in this one, you are told the diagram shows a cylinder with radius 5 cm and height 10 cm. Calculate the volume of the cylinder and give you a answer in terms of pi. So to calculate this one, we can first of all copy what we have. We have the radius, which we are told is 5 cm, and the height, which we are told is 10 centimeters. I think so. Yes. So from there, we already know our volume is given by the area of the circle multiplied by the height, and we are told to give the answer in terms of pi. So we will not replace pi with 22/7 because we are told to give the answer in terms of pi. So it will be pi multiplied by r squared, but we know r is 5, then squared, then multiplied by 10, which is the height. So from there, volume V will be given by pi multiplied by 25, 5 squared is 25, then again multiplied by 10, which now will be 25 multiplied by 10 is 250. Then multiplied by this pi, it will be 250 pi centimeter cubed, and that becomes the volume of that cylinder. If you don't understand why I have put this centimeter cubed here, you can review lesson 1 and lesson 2. You'll understand why we give the units of volume as cubed. So, can we try another example? In this question 2, you are told a cylinder water tank has a radius of 4 cm and height of 12 centimeters. Work out the volume of the tank. Give your answer to correct to 3 significant fingers. So first of all, we have the radius of the tank, which is 4 centimeters. Then we also have the height of the tank, which is 12 centimeters. Height is 12 centimeters. Then from there, we are told, of course, to calculate the volume of this tank. And to do so, we know the volume of a cylinder V is given by pi r squared, which is the area of the base circle, then multiplied by height. So from there, this one we are not told to give the answer in terms of pi. Instead, we are told to give into 3 significant figures, and we already know pi. We can use pi is equals to 3.142. Pi is a constant, which can be given as 3.142 or as 22/7, but in this case, let us use 3.142. So from there, then volume will be 3.142 for pi multiplied by r squared, which is now 4, but now squared, multiplied by the height, which is 12. So from there, we only need to say it's 3.142 multiplied by 16, because 4 squared is 16, then multiplied by 12, like that. So we can use a calculator here to get the value of 3.142. 3.142 multiplied by 16, then again multiplied by the height, which is 12, divided by 12, which will give us 603.264. So the answer will be 603.264. Let me write it here. 603.264 centimeter cubed, like that. And then becomes the volume of this cylinder here. Since we are taught to give it into 3 significant fingers. So can we try another example again? And in this example here, you are told a cylinder has a radius of x centimeters, then a height of 8 centimeters. Write down an expression for the volume of the cylinder in terms of x and pi. Give your answer in the simplest form. So we already know the radius of that cylinder is x centimeters and the height is 8 centimeters. And then we already know volume of a cylinder is given by pi r squared for the area of the circle and multiplied by height. We are told to give the answer in terms of pi and x. So from there we can say volume is given by pi multiplied by r squared, but we know r is x, because we are given here the radius is x, but now squared, then multiplied by height, which is 8. So now it will be, you have opened the brackets, it will be pi x squared, then multiplied by 8. So basically it will be 8 pi x squared centimeter cubed, and then becomes the simplified form of the volume of this question here. So in part form, we are told the volume of a cylinder is 616 centimeter cubed, then the radius of the cylinder is 7 centimeters. Calculate the height of the cylinder, give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. So here we know the volume is 616, the radius is 7 centimeters, and then you asked about the height. And we already know volume V of a cylinder is given by pi r squared, which is the area of the circle and multiplied by height, like that. But in this case, we have the volume itself, which is 616 multiplied by pi. In this case, I can say pi is 22/7, then multiplied by r squared, so it will be 7 squared, then multiplied by height, like that. So from there, I can say 616 is equals to 22/7 multiplied by this 7 squared. Now I can open the brackets and say it's just the same as saying 7 multiplied by 7, then again multiplied by the height, like that. From there, I can divide this 7 with this 1, like that, and then I remain with 22 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 8. So it will be 616 is equals to 22 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 8, like that. Then from there, we can say 616 is equals to 22 multiplied by 7 is 154, then multiplied by 8, it will be 154 8. So to get the height itself, which is the height, then we'll have to take 616, we'll divide by 154, so that we can eliminate this 154. So direct to the calculator. Divide by 154. It will be 4 centimeters. So here, centimeters. And then in the question you are told, it's part 4, give your answer correct to one decimal place. So 4 centimeters is not in one decimal place. So to put it in one decimal place, we'll have to say height is equals to 4.0 centimeters, like that. And then becomes the height of this cylinder here. So can you try this part 5, this question 5, and you see if you understand the logic and if you can solve it. If you have any problem or there is a place you don't understand, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll try my level best to answer. Let us meet in lesson 4, where we are going to explore the volume of a different shape. And bye for now.